Hello everyone, hope you are well. It is early on a Saturday morning. Go dogs. Mrs. Dog and I went out last night and hit the grocery store. Wanted to get it done before the weekend gets in gear. And we just doubled up, man. We just doubled down on some preps. And anything from extra canned items to some flour, baking items, uh, ingredients for just the hearty meals. You got fall, we're into fall, you got winter coming up pretty soon. And so we're just, it's like we see the firestorm getting closer and closer. And y'all, we really need to keep doubling our efforts. Okay. I know we prepare, but just keep doing it, or just keep doing what you're doing as you're able, of course. So we just went out and did that. I may do a video on that. I'm not sure. Noticed yesterday that is FedEx is closing a lot of stores, and this news came out, and I thought the timing was weird because we're almost we're just weeks away from the busiest shipping season of the year. I mean, and FedEx is closing. Uh, Not just stores, but corporate offices. Their CEO announced that they're shutting down. Let's see, what is it? Like over a hundred stores. No, 90. I'm sorry, 90 FedEx locations and 5 corporate offices. They cited a global decline in volume. Demand for package delivery has gone down for them. Again, weeks before the busiest shipping season. They're cutting number of flights, planes. The CEO also warned that in his estimation, a worldwide recession is imminent. I agree. In fact, I would say a worldwide depression is very well imminent. Could be. Uh, that also includes the CEO also included a hiring freeze. They're hiring, putting a freeze on all hiring for now. I didn't realize they're based in Memphis, Tennessee. Also said that 30% of their contractors have been losing money over the last few months due to higher costs, the fuel, the trucks, maintenance, drivers, etc., you name it. But over 90 stores or locations. That's pretty significant, especially like I said, the timing. And FedEx, I mean, that's not like a fly-by-night place, right? I mean, they've been around for a while, pretty established name. So is FedEx the first of many? Are they the first of many and many big names to fall? I believe they're just the first of many. I really do. Bed Bath and Beyond announced that they're closing at least 1/3 of their stores. They have over 150 stores. At least 1/3 of them are about to close as well. I can't remember when I've been in a Bed Bath and Beyond. I know at some point over the last few years, I think Miss Dog and I walked into one, but I mean, not a bad store, but I don't know how I don't know how the rest of their stores are in business now. I mean, I guess it depends on location, of course, but I don't know. I mean, maybe they're surviving too on online, maybe sales like others are, but I don't really know. Uh, it's not just the United States. This is a worldwide thing. In the UK, I saw yesterday it said that 43% of companies in the UK have declared them to be insolvent. That's in England and Wales, meaning they're at a point where they cannot pay their debts. They cannot pay their creditors. And what usually follows is a bankruptcy of some sort. 43%, y'all. I mean, that's a big number. Would not have guessed that. What I believe will happen next is these governments will, especially in the UK, they'll try a bailout. They'll throw a lot of money at it, try to prop a lot of this up. like we've seen here, and like it's coming here. It really is. It's here. And this means that they'll do what? They'll print a lot more money, which I'm not a financial expert by any means, but I would think that would just lead to more inflation. I mean, share your thoughts on that, but I believe it would. And so especially with UK, they have a new prime minister now. And so she's going to try to bail these folks out. I'm not sure about the general public. I mean, their energy costs are doubling and tripling. I heard something where they're going to provide help for that too. Over a certain amount of power bills, they're going to help. The government's going to step in. I mean, that sounds nice, but what does that mean for the economy? I don't know. I mean, experts warn, or financial experts warn, that a recession is still unavoidable, no matter what the government tries to do. I mean, they can print money, but they can't print food. They can't print fuel, can they? I don't think so. But I believe this is coming to America. It's here. I think this is just part of the global recession. It could go into depression. I think we're going to see more unemployment. Layoffs are coming. You're already hearing about them. I believe it could get really bad on that. This means that crime will ever increase. It's already at epidemic levels in places. I mean, California, not just there, but other places too. That's a whole nother video, but I believe that in itself could absolutely ruin, and it is, ruin this country. Soup lines, modern day soup lines are forming, and they're getting longer. Food banks are in trouble. Not every single one, I know, but as a whole, overall, they are in trouble. They are struggling to keep up with demand. They're overwhelmed. Food lines are back, and they're getting longer and longer. Inflation, the government's saying that inflation's in the single digits. We know much better, don't we? We know better. Cost of living is pushing more and more into poverty, especially from the middle class and the lower income. The middle class Americans, they're watching, and the lower, they're watching their lifestyles vanish right before their eyes. They are being eviscerated, man. I mean, just fleeced. Always been fleeced, especially in modern, in the last 20 years, in my opinion. But it is speeding up. More people are going to the food banks. More and more. I mean, if you think about it, a lot of us are just a few bad breaks from being right there on the line with them. I mean, I remember in 2008, we went through that it was a big recession. I mean, we struggled. We really did. We've never struggled like that before. I believe it's coming again, and it could be worse. What's it going to be a year from now? What's it going to be like a year from now if we're talking about food lines already getting long now? Same is happening in other places, so especially in Europe and UK, Canada. So yeah, it's coming. It's here. I think we're going to see a speed up of this. We're heading towards midterms. I just urge you to continue, to do, to prepare. It's not too late to start either. You say, well, dog, I haven't been doing that. I'm just screwed. No, I mean, you might be if you don't do anything. I don't think enough people are talking about it. They're afraid of being branded, labeled, one of them prepper people. But if you haven't started, it's not too late. At least just start. Get an extra 3 to 5 items every grocery trip. It builds up fast. So whatever you can do to get ahead, some water, food, non-perishable foods. I have a good verse, of course, from John 16, verse 33. It says, from the words of Jesus Christ, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. Amen. That is truth. We will see trials. We will have trouble. We're having trouble now, aren't we? Sickness, personal SHTFs. We don't know, even a year, like I said, a year from now, 6 months from now. By the end of the year, what are we going to see? This world is broken, but it always has been. It's very complicated. There's a lot of bad. There's also a lot of good in it. There's also a lot of good. There's a lot of evil running rampant, man. I mean, it is rampant, but in him we have peace. Always. It never changes. He is constant. Jesus is Lord. Amen. Let's keep praying. Keep stacking. Take care there. Be aware. God bless you all. See you soon.